Hello Balloon World, I'm Michael Floyd, your balloon twister, and I'm at Anime Expo 2015. See, I even got a table. And I figured while I'm here, I might as well teach you how to make something. So I'm gonna teach you how to make a really simple Mario Fire Flower. It's a really easy design, and it only uses 4 balloons. Let me show you how to make it. For this design, you'll need a yellow 350, a lime green 260, a red 160, and a wintergreen 160. We're gonna start with the yellow 350, so get it and inflate it about 1/3 of the way. Let's them out and tie. Give it a squeeze and a stretch. We're gonna twist a section about 4 inches long, followed by another section 4 inches long. These two here should be the same size. We're gonna take the knot here, and we're gonna wrap it into this seam here. I like to take the knot and push it through to keep it from coming undone. That's all we need of the yellow, so I'm gonna give it a squeeze, twist it off so I have some length, and then break it. That part I don't need. So now I'm gonna tie it into a knot, and there we go. That's the center of our flower. Next, get your red 160 out and inflate it halfway. Let some air out and tie. Give it a squeeze and a stretch. We're gonna twist 2 small bubbles, each about 1 inch. We're gonna twist the knot here into the seam here. I like to take the slack and wrap it around, making sure it's all nice and squared off. Now give it a squeeze and a stretch. Get your yellow balloon that you've already made. We're gonna position these bubbles here right at the middle of the bottom. We're gonna wrap it all the way around, and then we're gonna meet right back where those bubbles are. And twist it in there. You can see that makes like the flower part. Isn't that cool? Then we break it off. Don't need that part. Make sure you have a little bit of slack left so you can wrap it around. You want it to be nice and tight in there. So you should have something that looks like this. And you want those bubbles there to be pretty much in the middle. Next, we're gonna make the base. Get your lime green 260 and inflate it halfway. Let them out and tie. Give it a squeeze and a stretch. We're gonna be making 6 or 5 flower petals, depending on what you feel comfortable with, but they should be small and soft. So mine are gonna be about 3 inches in length. So I have 1, now I just need 5 more. Once you have all of them, you just lay them all next to each other so that they're laying nice and flat, and then that's the base for our flower. I don't need the rest of this, so I can pop off the end, if I can. Let it out slowly, wrap it around a couple of times, and I like to leave the slack, that way I can attach it onto something in case I need to. Next is the stem of our flower. Get your wintergreen 160 and inflate it halfway. Let them out and tie. Make sure you have plenty of slack here, because we're gonna need that to attach it later. Give it a squeeze and a stretch. I'm gonna start by making the part that goes from the top of the flower down to the bottom. Doesn't need to be long. This one's about 5 inches. Next, I'm gonna twist 2 large and soft flower petals. Once again, these are about 5 inches in length. So when you pull them up, they should be just about as tall as the flower. Now I'm gonna twist 2 large 1.5 inch bubbles. These two here should be about the same length. I'm gonna twist this seam into this seam. Then I'm gonna give this one a squeeze so I have a little bit of slack. I'm gonna wrap it through those seams a couple of times and around. The reason why I do that is so I have room to position the leaves on either side so it fills it up and they don't fight for position. Now I'm gonna shape the leaf a little bit just by bending it. Make it look more fire petal-y. The rest of this I don't need, but I wanna make sure I leave myself some slack. So I'm gonna cut off the end, toss away the excess, let the air out slowly, and then this part here I can attach onto the base we made. So get your base, and we're gonna attach the slack here right into the top. It doesn't need to be very tight or wrapped in very much. A little bit should do. And there we go, we have our stem. Now it's time to attach our head. So now we're gonna take the slack right here and we're gonna wrap it into these 2 pinch twists right here. Wrap it around on the top, that way you can slip it in on the bottom. Take that excess slack, go down, wrap it around, and then go back up to tuck it away. What that does is it gives us a nice solid connection point, so it's not gonna be all wobbly. And there we go, 1 fire flower made out of 4 balloons. Now it's time to do the eyes. I like to keep the eyes really simple. They're large rectangles shaded in. And we're done with our fire flower. That was pretty easy, don't you think? Well, that's it for this video, guys. As always, if you enjoyed it, click that thumbs up button, and I'll see you back here next Monday with a brand new balloon animal lesson. So if you don't want to miss anything, make sure you subscribe. I'm Michael Floyd, your balloon twister, and remember, you can make anything out of balloons, even Mario's fire flower.